Hey everyone, this is Haley Hodson, your friendly harpist from Texas. Today I wanted to tell you a story. Yes, I know this is a little different than what I normally share on my channel, but I'm hoping to do more things like this. Alright, so the other day I had a wedding gig, and I'm playing for the ceremony. Well, they tell me it's at this gazebo by the little lake area. So I get there, and I see the gazebo way out in the distance, and I realize there is nowhere to park, like anywhere close by. So I have to park like way on the opposite side of the property and somehow transport my harp. So I start wheeling my harp to this gazebo. Very bumpy, the grass is still wet, I keep getting stuck in the mud. It's so far away, over a bridge, but I finally make it. Well, I have to leave my harp, and I'm really nervous about it because the ground is a bit uneven, it's super windy out, and I'm just worried my harp is literally going to fall over. But I have to hike back to get to my van to get my bench, music stand, rug, and everything. So this just all takes an eternity, and I'm exhausted before the ceremony even starts. But anyways, I get all set up, tuned, and I'm ready to go. Then it hits 12 o'clock, and I'm like, man, where are these guests? When are they showing up? It's already time for the ceremony. Well, finally it does start, but also it was so stinking windy, and I need two hands and my feet to play, and I kept having to use one hand or one foot to quickly try to keep my music stand from crashing into my $25,000 harp. But anyways, I have two processional songs to play, one for the parents and ring bearer, and then one for the bride. Well, I see the parents start walking, so I'm like, great, let's get going. And I start playing Hallelujah as requested. For some reason, the parents just stopped walking. I don't know what is going on, if they are taking photos or what. Meantime, I've already played the song 1.5 times. Well, then the wedding coordinator comes up to me as I'm still playing Hallelujah and asks if I want a thumbs up for the bride's entrance. And I'm like, yes, please, that would be great. So I get the thumbs up and start playing Canon in D. As I begin to play Canon in D, I'm a little confused because I see the parents and ring bearer huddled up at the start of the aisle. Well, the parents finally start doing their official walk down the aisle. But y'all, I'm playing Canon in D already. So I'm like, well, what do I do? I can't go back and play Hallelujah for a third time. So I just roll with it and improvise doing different variations on Canon in D. And then, finally, the bride shows up. And yep, I just keep playing Canon in D. But it's all okay now. She looks very happy. We made it, y'all. Okay, so it's not over yet for me. I still need to play for the hand washing ceremony and the unity/sand pouring ceremony. So I'm set up on the left side of the gazebo. And if you're a harpist, you know you gotta look left at your music and then look right at your strings. And then I'm also looking through the strings, into the gazebo, trying to see what is happening during this ceremony. Anyways, I see them getting ready to do the hand washing ceremony. And I was actually pretty pleased with this part because I timed 2 verses of Morning Has Broken perfectly. Literally played the final chord as they finished drying each other's hands. Okay, but the sand pouring ceremony I was a little disappointed with because I just didn't know what was going on. I see them picking up the different color sand vessels, and I'm like, okay, here we go. And I start playing 1,000 Years. But the officiant keeps talking, and I'm like, well, what the heck? But you know, like at a church service where the pastor keeps talking, but there's still ambiance. Well, that's kind of what was happening, I guess. He just kept talking. I was a little disappointed because I was going to pick up the volume and I thought I'd have my moment. But no, it was over and the officiant was like, "Thank you, miss." So I'd say overall the ceremony was mildly successful. Anyways, I was supposed to then play the cocktail hour from 12:30 to 1:30, but the ceremony ended at 1:30. So I'm like, what the heck? What do I do? Because in my contract it says if the ceremony gets pushed, like I will still be ending the cocktail hour at 1:30. So technically I could have just left, but I'm thinking, no, it's their big day. I should play some cocktail hour music. So I pack up my harp and traveled across the property, up more muddy hills to another location. Obviously, I'm beyond exhausted at this point. But I will say the cocktail hour was pleasant. There was this little girl that was just like, wow, beautiful playing for each song. So I threw in some like Disney tunes for her. It was adorable. And so I ended the cocktail hour and of course had to make the trek back to my van. Y'all, my whole body was so done with this day. But anyways, the groom's brother did end up finding me as I was packing up and paid me for the extra hour, which was really, really nice. I probably would have billed them later, but they did give me the amount I would have asked for, so that worked out perfectly. Probably the most exhausting gig I've ever played, but also like really worth it because I did get paid a good lump sum. And like I said, I also got extra for staying late. So in the end, it was worth it. But man, this is why we charge what we charge. Don't ever question a harpist's rate. At this point, it's like not even about to playing. Well, it is. Like, I've been playing for 20 years and I have 2 harp performance degrees, blah, blah. But yeah, stand by your rate. But also, the things we have to do. It's crazy. It's crazy out there. I can't wait for the next gig. Actually, I never want to do this again, but I definitely will. All right, y'all, thanks for listening in. I know this is not like the other things I share, but if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell so you can be notified when I share a new video.